Hello and welcome to Network. My name is Pumela Lezondi with your technology and social media news. Remember that it's SABC Network. Now that's on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. It is News Network at sabc.co.za on email. This week, To The Poll is asking you about the kind of service you receive when you're buying goods online. This as we're getting reports that the number of people complaining about goods online or that they've bought online has gone up. We are coming to you from the ICC in Durban where GovTech is taking place. Results of that To The Poll are coming up later in the program. Here's what's coming up in this particular episode. We'll give you details about what's going on here at GovTech in Durban. We have details on a BRICS Skills initiative that's been taking place in the last couple of days. And in our conversation, which is about what needs to be done for young people to get the right kind of certification to be in the tech sector. Government has to constantly improve the way they deliver services to the people, and one of those ways is to purchase or procure better technologies that can help them with service delivery. One of the ways they can find out about what technologies are out there, whether these technologies come from startups or big corporates, is through an event like GovTech. From CCTV solutions to data monitoring systems and cybersecurity, it's all been a part of the agenda here at GovTech.
I've seen very interesting things. I've attended the plenary sessions, very good engagement. I was presenting an input on cybersecurity there, and I was sitting in one of the panel discussion. Well, I was not a panelist, but I was just part of the audience. The engagements have been very good, and I was saying there that this GovTech is really good because the organization is excellent, but also the quality of the speakers and the inputs has been such a wonderful conference.
The government has also been talking about South Africa Connect, its initiative to connect everyone to the internet. Lisigo Systems says they did just a bit of that work while laying down fiber optic cables in the townships of Gauteng.
As a company, we then decided to enroll with these young guys to introduce them to the fiber space and also advise them about other opportunities that are in the IT space. What we then did is we also took the guys so that we also advise on how they can enhance and better themselves by acquiring the IT skills and selling the product as well, which is fiber.
We also found Ambani Africa here. They've gamified mother tongue learning.
So we really focus on being able to teach different African languages. We firstly focus on South African languages, and we've also got a few African languages as well, like Yoruba, Shona, Swahili. So we often get parents who are like, I don't understand why my kids can't speak this language. But we really focus on creating immersive experiences. So not just studying language for the sake of it, but how do you make it a part of your life? How do you use fun games? How do you use animations to make the learning journey for languages interesting?
Maybe Saduna has been to GovTech a few times. He's here again this year.
We are really trying to get the innovation out there and making sure that we are bringing value propositions. So because GovTech is quite a lot of audience with decision makers, CIOs, directors, so we see that the need is quite critical for us to always participate and show up.
The South African government wants to introduce robotics and coding in schools. They're piloting it in some township and rural schools. Those that have started the curriculum are also at GovTech to show what is likely going to be introduced everywhere.
We created this robot, it's called tap sensor, because of in our school we have shortage of water due to learners breaking taps and leaving the water running. And this leads to the school be released early, teachers finding hard to complete their syllabus. Yes, so it helps us to save water and help us with hygiene also, because you don't have to use your hand to open the tap, it has a sensor.
And there are schools who are introducing robotics in a fun way. War School Bredasdorp has an after-school club.
We go to the lab and we just let ourselves be creative and play around with the BBC microbits and the 3D printer that we have. And we ask questions and we learn how we can help and where can we help. And we try to grow our knowledge by ourselves, and then we work together on separate small projects.
The usual suspects, big corporates, have been here to showcase their current and future innovations too. There's been massive growth of BRICS this year, and the grouping has been getting a lot of attention this year more than any other year in the last decade. And those countries met to compete in a tech skills initiative.
Young people from the BRICS countries have gathered under the theme Solving Today's Challenges Using Tomorrow's Technologies. It is hoped that the Skills Challenge will open up opportunities for jobs and business incubation in the different BRICS countries. The BRICS Skills Working Group partnered with the Higher Education Department to push institutions to produce skills required by businesses globally. It is hoped the event will unearth technologies and systems that can solve challenges the world faces.
The BRICS Business Council's mandate really is for intertrade, as it were. So trade becomes a key component of what you're looking for now in the future. You need to be able to understand how do you work with countries outside. In terms of your own countries, what are policies that are in play that would hinder or promote, your trade, as it were. And young people right now are online. Digital marketing is one of those things that they need to be looking into, and you'll see that it's not only for themselves alone. Even SMMEs that we have countries, they would need such support.
The BRICS Skills Development Group says institutions of higher learning and businesses are cooperating to impart the required skills to students who enter the job market.
Students after 3 or 4 years study, after they graduate, are normally already the future. So this is time. So they must study new technology, follow the new technology development. So we call the college and the company cooperation. And so in this way, we purpose is make the students after graduate, he can quickly meet the requirement of the construction and enterprise requirement.
Some young people attending the event hope to learn new ways to incorporate technology to grow their businesses.
Yeah, we're trying to actually network. As you can see, there's a lot of the Chinese also here, and they are ahead within the world with technology and equipment. So we're trying to learn how to actually implement that here in South Africa, I guess, or for our farm. So we're just trying to network and hear their own opinions. As you can see, they have an agri-IoT side here, so that's what we're here for.
The winners of the Skills Challenge in different categories will have the opportunity to present their solutions to business people, which could lead to partnerships or jobs in the various fields. Gloria Safagomusi, SABC News, Johannesburg.
Tech startups have also had an opportunity to showcase here at GovTech. And with that, let's go to our startup corner for this week.
CEO of ChatGPT's OpenAI, Sam Altman, is on the spotlight yet again this year. This is for the recently launched cryptocurrency WorldCoin that has had tongues wagging with eye scanning technology that aims to provide people with a verified digital identity, according to its founders. But what exactly sets this new kid on the block apart from other digital currencies?
The WorldCoin, the idea of WorldCoin is to digitize my identity in a way. So I will be getting, let's compare it to a passport. I will be getting a passport. They will take a picture of the iris of my eye and they will issue me a passport, and you can be sure that this is actually me. because I will give you my passport and you can accept this, of course, in a digital form, and you can accept this, that this is in fact me, and that you can actually trust this piece of information. Of course, we can link a lot of things to this. Once you know this is actually me, then you know you're not talking to a computer, as an example. Once you know that this is actually me, then you know that you can transfer something to me, or I can transfer something to you, as an example. So and you can also link other things to this, like for example, you can link a wallet to this. So I know this is me, this is my electronic, if you like, passport, and this is my electronic wallet, and everybody can be assured that this information is actually true and nobody can tamper with that.
One of WorldCoin's projects to date is its eye scanning initiative, which they say aims to provide and secure convenient access to financial services for millions of people across Africa. One African country that has seen activity in this regard is Kenya, with some of its people making long lines to have their eyes scanned.
So first of all, no two human beings around the world have the same set of eyes. And the iris in particular has what we call very high entropy. And entropy is richness in data. And so with just the iris and the iris code, we can be able to create a database of unique humans around the world without their name, their age, their country, no other information, none whatsoever.
If they're scanning iris and they're collecting this critical data about humanity, or what they quote unquote say to be a good way for proof of humanity, how would this then increase the value in the short term? In the long term, perhaps if the demand for such kind of data increases, then you would say that it would be sold to the highest bidder.
Could WorldCoin expand into South Africa as well?
So there's some hardware that you actually need before you can get an electronic or a digital passport. And that's not available in South Africa yet, but it is available apparently in places like, for example, Kenya. So you will have to go into their offices and they take a picture of your iris, and then they will issue you with a digital passport, and then they will destroy, at least that's what they tell us, they will destroy this image of your iris. And because they've taken a unique picture of your iris, they will digitize that, and nobody else can from then going forward be able to clone you. You will be a unique individual, you will get a unique passport, and nobody will be able to clone that. South Africa doesn't have that yet.
The cryptocurrency is currently under scrutiny in various governments, and one such being the Kenyan government. WorldCoin says that its rapid rise in the cryptocurrency market is not only a testament to its innovative features, but also to its commitment to financial inclusivity and security. The company added that it is ready to leave a lasting impact on the African continent's financial landscape.
It is the SABC Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. News Network at sabc.co.za on email. After the break, we chat about the kind of certification that you may need in order for you to play a role in the tech sector. Stay with us. It is the SABC Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. News Network at sabc.co.za on email. Welcome back. Now, Into IT Technologies has been going through the country to train young people on the kind of certification that they might need in order for them to participate in the tech sector and to grow their skills. They've been doing some of that work with university students here at GovTech as well. To talk to me about this is Chairman of Into IT Technologies, that is Mr. Tepo Mokwena. Hello, and thank you very much for being a part of our network, sir. Maybe we can start by explaining what this program actually is.
The program talks to critical scarce skills, which is your OEM certifications, your original manufacturer's equipment certification, and also software manufacturer certification. So what we have done this year is we went to the Mangosuthu University of Technology and the Durban University of Technology, and then we recruited 100 each from a university, and then we actually invited them to come here and look at your cutting edge latest technology, and also to call champions of the industry to come and explain what are the roles of the OEMs, what is certification, because we talk about certification and we also say the certification is the gap between your university, your employer and the OEM. But then we had an opportunity to have a dialogue and talk about how do they match, how do you become certified and so forth.
And how does the certification actually help?
When you study to become a doctor, okay, then you've got your medical certificate because as you have done the theory at the university level. Then before they can actually grade you, then you must work at the hospital for some time, maybe a year. Well, I'm not a medical doctor, but you need to work there. And that's where you actually get the practical. That's where you get the look and feel and the touch of the patients. And maybe with technology, you don't have that. University does not close that gap. So that certification, it's where you have simulations, it's where you work with other technicians, and then so that you can then become a plug and play. So that's where it comes in.
And why do you do this?
Well, I think I'm passionate about giving back. You can see that I'm closer to going pension, and I want to leave legacy. And then I want to, punch a pension very, very well. And then besides, you should know that I'm a very giving person, and most importantly is I am very, very worried about big IT companies importing skill. So we can actually generate our own technicians, and we can then be able to make sure that those that we empower and give skill, they don't also go out of the country and take the skill from our country outside. So I think it's more passion and love than any other thing.
You speak about the big tech companies that you invited. Do they understand it? Are they coming on board?
Some understand and they just grandstanding. Okay. But as time goes on, they then come to me and say, we want a partner, we want a partner. And fortunately today, I had a lot of people coming to me and including the MICC, by the way, to say that we want to partner with you, we want to embrace your program. I think it's a good program. And the nice thing about my program does not talk about the skill, but it also talks about life skill. It also talks about how you can be courageous, how you can walk tall, how, and all that.
And the young people, is there interest from them?
I've got mixed feelings. I think young people now, they still don't understand the gap. It will take a long time. Young people sometimes loses concentration because of they don't understand, but we still need to be patient with them. And I realized that when we were there presenting, some of them were focusing on their phones because maybe they didn't understand where we're going, what we want to achieve. But slowly, we will get there. And maybe after graduation, they'll start realizing the importance of what we were saying. But listen, you still have those that are responding very well. And so we're getting there.
What does Into IT do exactly?
Our services are cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, broadband, networks, and most importantly, an integrated company. So if you talk about all these OEMs and all that, you want to build a house, you need all these components. So all what we do, we take all these components and put up state-of-the-art solution. So that's what we do.
All right, Mr. Mukwena, thank you very much for being a part of our network. That is Tepo Mukwena. He is chairman of Into IT Technologies. talking to us today about some of the work that they've been doing right here at GovTech, as they've been training mainly students from the Mangosuthu University of Technology and the Durban University of Technology on some of the certification that they might need that can close the gap between universities and industries. It's SABC Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. News Network at SABC.co.za and email. Stay with us. It is SABC Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Welcome back. Here's what else took place in the rest of the world in the tech space.
Nigerian student Oluyemi Sopade and his team have emerged victorious in the annual Kids Innovation Challenge hosted by the Destiny Trust. The team, all students at a local technical college, built an Arduino smart compost system capable of transforming food waste into manure.
Our project is an Arduino-based smart compost system. It was fabricated with a grinding and a mixing machine. What this project does is that it gets organic waste like our foods, our wasted foods, grass, spoiled yam, all sort of wasted foods, because depending on the type, and then it can be able to turn this wasted food into compost manure. It can be able to turn it by itself, automated, so you have to just put in little or no effort in monitoring it.
The Kids Innovation Hub has trained about 676 children in various tech skills since its inception in 2018, fostering a space for innovation ideas to flourish and contribute positively to Nigeria's tech sector and the nation as a whole. And now in the USA. The country's semiconductor company Qualcomm said it will supply chips to power in-car infotainment systems to luxury automakers Mercedes and BMW. Qualcomm is a supplier of chips used in smartphones, a market that has slumped over the past year.
We realized that the technology that we have developed for industries such as mobile, which is connect to the cloud 100% of the time, smartphone's most connected device, high performance compute for battery powered devices, and artificial intelligence on device, we realized that the car industry is perfect for those technologies because it's undergoing a process of transformation. As we put together this complete solution called the Snapdragon Digital Chassis, in a short period of time, we're working with virtually every brand.
Chinese electric vehicle maker Zhejiang Leapmotor Technology unveiled the C10 sports utility vehicle at the IAA car show in Munich, adding this would be its first model for global markets. And now in Jerusalem. Need a taxi to hospital or an urgent delivery of medical supplies? An Israeli company demonstrated that its electrical vertical takeoff and landing, which comes in various sizes, can be a solution in such scenarios.
What we're actually doing is a concept of operation that makes taxi drones or delivery drones, big one, to bring them to the hospital with all the utilities that you need, and also to take it from here to the houses around Jerusalem. This is a new concept that actually brings us innovation, save time, save money. It's a green.
According to McKinsey data, funding for EV toll projects declined from around $1.2 billion during the first half of 2022 to $710 million during the same period this year.
The Consumer Goods Ombudsman says there's been an increase in the number of complaints that have been received by people who are buying goods online. This week, our Twitter poll is asking you if you are completely happy with the kind of service that you receive in South Africa when you're buying goods online. Right, and that's it. That's all we have for you. Find us on SABC Network. Now, that's on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It is News Network at SABC.co.za on email. From me, that's Pumela Lezondi and the rest of the team right here at GovTech. Have a good one. Bye-bye.